Hello everyone, I am Jack and I'm back. And change of plans. Since I am here with the truck and tow stuff, I decided, hey, why not go ahead and start moving all of the vehicles, at least from their parked position. The challenge with the Bradley GT is finding a place to hook to. I thought there'd be something in the back, but I can't find anything to hook to. So what I did was I got one of my tie downs, and I didn't want to use the chain, and I literally reached in here and tied it around some suspension member. I can't even see what's back there, what it's tied to. Doesn't matter. I just needed enough so that I can start pulling on it. So I went ahead and did that. You can see there's the mark, the dirt, and the tire tracks. I've already moved it a couple of inches, which is always the most difficult. So now I will turn the wheel a little bit to the left, and I am going to take it the opposite direction. See, the SSR could potentially be in the way if I try to go that direction. The next stalls, several of them are completely empty. So that's what I'm going to do. The weird thing about this is it started and ran last time I was here. Now it won't start. Turn the key, it does nothing. But I know the battery's good because horn works. That's always the first test I do on a vehicle, is turn the horn. And of course the steering locks. No big deal, I've got the key, but I was hoping I wouldn't have to mess with that. We don't get the key. As always, these are jobs that would be so much easier if I had some more help, but I don't. And I'm thirsty. So might as well take a break. Want to know how many cars I have? Well, indication is how many keys I have. And this isn't even all of them. Luckily, I've been able to keep track of them. And the one for this car, there's two for this car, but one of them is obvious. The one that says VW. I wonder if a VW key is worth anything just because it still says VW. I don't know. Also, don't know what the steering column's out of. I doubt it's out of a VW. I don't know. I don't know nothing about VWs and bugs and all that stuff. All right, so I put the key in and I forget which way it goes. Not that way. That makes sense this way, because that way you can push on that fat part with your thumb. I know this fits because I tried it a week ago. Well, that's the only VW key. There's one that looks kind of like it. How strange. Last time the key went in with no issue. Wasn't my intention for you to watch me fumble with keys. Well, it goes in like a quarter of an inch, then it stops. Flip it over the other way. There we go. All right, I'm gonna have to put this down for a second. There we go. Had to get the steering wheel to where it was, but you can see it does nothing, and it tried to start and then it won't. Anyway, the idea was just to free up the steering. Luckily it's very lightweight in the front end, so I can turn it. Now, let's see if we can get it to move a little bit. Again, I expect it to straighten out, especially since this is such a long span on that strap. So I'm going to go forward as much as I can before I turn. And a little harder to see because of the shadow. All right. And I will not be shocked if that comes untied. And sure enough, it's too sharp. It's going to hit the side. So it should have gone the other way. Yep. It's swung wide. This could be a problem. All right, turn it the other way. And I want to aim it to where it'll just miss the cement block. I think once I get it out, it'll move. I might be able to push it forward and correct. Again, another person could have been steering and watching and all that. If I had another person. All right, so I'm going to turn this same direction, and I'm going to watch closely in that mirror. Not sure if you can see. Let me zoom in. There you go. That's going to come real close. So I'm going to stop here. See what I got. No, that's not going to clear that cement block. It'll clear that one. All right, so now I've got to unhook it. If I'm lucky, should be able to step on this, get some slack in it, just enough to unhook it. This way, since there is absolutely no room there. Again, I'm lucky this is a lightweight car, otherwise I'd really be struggling right now. But I have a funny feeling once I straighten this out, oh, it zoomed way in. There we go. Okay, so the wheels turned the right direction. Let's see if I can turn it a little more. Yep. All right. I don't know that I can push and you can watch. We'll try that. You see something. All right. Can I push it? Oh, yeah. Well, spoke a little too soon. Yeah. There we go. That's not. Man. I'm going to get behind it and push. All right, that should be enough to allow me to now turn the wheel. Yeah. So All right. So what I want to do is aim it to where I think it's going to go backwards and miss that pole. I might turn it real sharp. I think I might do that. Turn it real sharp, and that'll get the back end away from the pole. Am I thinking right? And then once it goes back a ways, then I can straighten it out. We'll try that. All right. Yeah, I'm getting my steps in today. Okay. Gotta back the truck up. Let's see how far I need to back the truck up. About 8 feet, I guess, and go straight back. I'm going to assume that's enough. I'll know in a second. I'm sitting on all bolts. Did I do it? Nope. 2 feet too short. No big deal. Back it up 2 feet. The way I measure 2 feet is I watch the ground, 1 foot, 2 feet, and a little bit more. All right. Here we go again. All right, and can't see it in the mirror. There, it's moving. I can see there. Zoom in. There you can see the mirror. So it's moving. All right, it's behind the truck. At some point, I should be able to see it in that mirror. Turning. I see the mirror. All right, now I'm going to go check on it. Near this door. I just leave it open. Okay. So now it's good enough that it can not only go straight, it can start curving around the cement pole. Oh, came a little bit closer to that than I thought. All right. And I'm going to turn it to where it, there we go, almost touches the cement block. Turn the truck to the right, which it already is. And is that too short? Might be. We'll see. All right. Here we go again. And I'm literally just letting my foot off of the gas and letting it idle and go. And it's going to miss easily. So now I'm going to turn the wheel hard because I don't want it blocking the way. The reason I'm worried about blocking the way is at the very end of this, looks like a construction company either is or was renting this, and they have big equipment. So if they need through here, having a vehicle in the way could be an issue. I mean, it's going to take about 30 minutes for me to go get gas in the jumper box and all that. maybe I'll figure out how to speed up parts of this. There it is, and there it is. Okay. See it here. Okay. Turn the truck as hard right as I can. The car just wants to follow on its own. Speed me slightly downhill. Now the question is this car going to go to the right of this pole, the left of this pole, or right into the pole? It's still turning. If you look, you can see the tires still turn. Must be downhill. It's going really easy. Let's see. You know it's going to want to hit that pole just because it wants to make me get out and do this again. Yep, sure enough. It wants to go that side of the pole, and the truck wants to go this side of the pole. No big deal. All right, now let's see what I can do. You know what? I know I'm gonna have to do something, so I might as well back it up enough to unhook the strap. Yeah, it's going to go right in that spot. Oh, I have to hook it here because I'm going to curl it back. And for now, I'm going to throw this strap up here because, one thing I taught myself, I got the strap, set this down for a second. All right. Oops. All right, so I have the strap there, and I'll show you upside down. I have the strap around my waist. I have strong legs. I'm great for doing stuff like this. So, by leaning backwards with this strap around my waist, I can actually pull this car by myself. And you can see it's just going to miss that pole, and I need to straighten the wheel out. Let me go a little further, then I'll straighten the wheel out. Well, good idea, except I hit a hump. There we go. A little more. Yeah. If I fall, you'll be the second to know. Okay, so let me straighten the wheel out. There we go. Just won't quite go. A little hump there, obviously.